Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, push this cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, push this cold brew. Just let me be blunt. My speech in the morning, nothing but grunts. With no coffee, that's as dangerous. On a scale from 1 to 10, I rank it that girl from Stranger Things. And if you get what I'm saying, my attitude be mad flagrant like I'm Draymond. But you ain't get the picture, BFP. So I'm gonna keep pushing on you, GNC. It's like, yeah, the first thing on my mind is when that hot coffee gonna seep into the coffee grind. It's like some magic's floating all in the air. Toss some ice cubes in my cup, it's a good day. All I gotta say is that it's starting in a good way. It's time for working and I don't even care. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, push this cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, push this cold brew. We start fresh, that's how it's gotta be. Everything starts back with your coffee bean. If it's cold brew, then it's gotta be coarse. Don't get the cart ahead of the horse, start learning the course. But of course you can disregard, and don't at me if it gets too hard. When it's my time to drink, man, it's always on hand. Drink from a cup or a bottle, even a can. You never know when you're craving a hit. It could be in the bathroom while you're taking a Ric Flair all city, ain't got nothing on it. When that coffee hits my lips, it's a seance. Feeling real super with the cape on. Anything I'll take on. This cup of coffee, yeah boy, this is the shit. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, push this cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, push this cold brew. Third verse, so I guess that's where I talk about how we might be addicted in a roundabout kind of way, or how you say, a dependency that's in my life, and I'm proud to say it's filling me with way more energy than I'll ever need, keeping me up for things I thought I'd never see. Time's gonna kill us all one day, whether old age illness or from listening to Coldplay. F that noise.
Good morning, all of you beautiful nerds from around the world, and welcome to the morning stream here on the Den of Nerds Live, the very best way to start your nerdy day. On today's show, talking about this crazy comic book news, man. We did a video on this yesterday over on the main channel. Make sure you check it out, but dang, man. DC Comics bloodbath is what they referred to it as. They called it a bloodbath. 800 plus people losing their jobs, the industry changing. I want to give you my take on some of the concerns I have about corporatism and what it might do to the comic book industry. We're going to get into that. I also want to talk about some of the news that happened yesterday. Halo Infinite delayed. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. We're going to talk about all of that and more. We'll save plenty of time for Q&A. But before we get into all of that, let's say what's up. Let's say good morning to all the nerd vendors and lovely nerds that have shown up this morning. Garth Mitchell's in the building. Maverick Pilgrim's here. Russell's here. Trinity from 2nd Street Marvel. Craze Panda. David Nations. Josh is in the building. Tim Turner. Michael Wright. Joe Flax. Marvel Maniac. Boss Keon. Aaron's here. Star Wars Santa. Bryson-Berg. Jonathan Velasquez is in here. Kendall Davis, Will Morgan, Landon Dubes, Adam G, David Fuller, Rights Reviews, Lord Vito, Bosch's here, Mike Porter's here. Oh my God, friggin' Joe Flax, welcome to the Nerd Venture Prime, my man Andrew Gates, Jared Loveberry, Equals MCU, XR Coon, Sean Secret. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Yo, I saw a comment yesterday, totally real. I saw a comment yesterday that said, hey man, don't yell into your mic so much. Keep doing it, I'm going to unsubscribe. Bye-bye! Get the fuck out of here! Sorry, everybody. Sorry about your ears. That was probably rough. My bad. Sorry, guys. Ooh, hope I didn't break any ears there. Today it's cocaína. Hey, me gusta cocaína. Oh, that was a joke. That was a joke, by the way. We do not endorse speaking Espanol. Okay, look, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help today a little bit, guys, okay? Turn it down. Turn it down. Bring 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 it down. Okay, here we go. Okay. So we're going to try something today. A little something that I've been trying. And, what the fuck? Look, here's what I need from you guys. We're going to do a couple segments today where I am going to just be talking about things, kind of giving my take. But we're going to attempt to clip out what this crazy dude is saying and put it into a YouTube video. And we're going to do it right here on this screen. And what I need from you guys is to go crazy in the chat. Because we want to make it look like this chat is crazy. Holy cow, it's just moving. Holy cow, so many people chatting over at the Den of Nerds Live. We got to get over there and see what's going on. That's what we're going to try to do. Now, look, real quick. Let's do the show notes. Let's talk about what's going on. Let me take a sip of this delicious organic Taylor Lane coffee. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Nerd Card Showdown. You better be there. The show's going to be absolutely lit. If you're not there, I will take it as a personal affront. Tomorrow, after dark, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to hang out with Al. You're going to hang out with Lavis. And I heard a rumor. What's up, Jonathan Velasquez? Welcome back, brother. Did you get your badge link back? I'm too distracted by that because I'm so interested in this member stuff and what's going on with the badges. I'm wearing headphones. I'm sure my coworkers wouldn't appreciate Josh's yelling and foul language. Ooh, sorry about that. Look, Captain Pennsylvania is going to be on After Dark tomorrow, and they've been working really hard on some changes for After Dark. They're going to take you for a ride. That's all I can really say about it. So make sure that you are there if you can tomorrow evening. It's going to be intense. Then, Friday night, we're doing another watch party. Going to be watching some Netflix, hanging out in the studio. A watch party headed up by Bashti. Make sure you get over there if you can. That is also members only. We treat the Nerdvenger members real good. We love our Broke Vengers. XR. We love our Broke Vengers for sure. But we got to give a lot of goodies to the Nerdvengers, okay? And then, of course, you'll have your Nerdvengers stream on Saturday at noon, and then the business stream. Guys, look, the business stream, the Nerdvengers Prime tier stream on Sunday is going to be incredible. Sly's coming onto the stream. The genius that is Sly. We're going to talk some branding. We're going to talk some logos. We're going to talk how to make it in this crazy world of YouTube. So make sure you are there on Sunday. You're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay. Now look. But the chat is fine. No, the chat is fine. You guys are awesome. No, I appreciate it. No, I love you guys. Okay. So, where should we begin? Where should they begin? They should let us gift a membership. 100%, Trin. That's good shit. By the way, Trinity, do you want to come on the show today? I hit you up on Twitter, but I know you have a very busy day today, so I don't know if you're able to come on. If not, it's all good, bro. But if you can and you want to come on, we can talk some of this comic book craziness. I'm sure you have some opinions. Okay, look. Yeah? Okay, cool. I'll give you a call a little bit here. Let's talk Halo. Yesterday, Halo Infinite, ladies and gentlemen. It was announced on the official Twitter that Halo Infinite is officially delayed until 2021. Now, I'll be real. My first reaction, I wasn't pumped. I wasn't very excited. I was very much looking forward to Halo Infinite this year. I love me some Halo. The Halo Master Chief Collection just came out on Game Pass. I was all about it, man. In fact, I played a little Halo last night. It was awesome. But the 2020 year, it's been, let's just be real, it's been a really weird year. Let me read the official statement here from Halo via their Twitter. We'll read this, and then I'll sort of give you my take on this, because it's nuanced. I mean, like, on the one hand, it's really bad. On the one hand, it's really good. So it says, today I want to share an important Halo Infinite development update with the community. We have made the decision to shift our release to 2021 to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game experience that meets our vision. The decision to shift our release is the result of multiple factors that have contributed to development changes, including the ongoing COVID-related impacts affecting us all year. I want to acknowledge the hard work of our team at 343 Studios, who have remained committed to making a great game and finding solutions to development challenges. However, it is not sustainable for the well-being of our team to the overall success of the game to ship it this holiday. We know this will be disappointing to many of you, and we all share in that sentiment. The passion and support of this community has shown over the years has been incredible and inspiring. We wanted nothing more than to play our game with the community this holiday. The extra time will let us finish the critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game at the quality we know our fans expect. Thank you for the support and understanding, Chris Lee, studio head, Halo Infinite. All right, so let's just get real. Let's get real about this. It's really tough for me when it comes to Halo Infinite. This is why this is so weird, because I'm such a Halo fan. I'm such a fanboy of the series and of the games and of the lore, the whole deal, that I'm forever jaded and will always try to lean into the positive when it comes to Halo. And I totally see the super chat. Thank you so much. We'll
just want to say I love this channel and community. This will help pay Chet for the next year.
It will help pay Chet for the next year. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate the love. Okay, look. So it's really tough for me because I was hearing some weird things behind the scenes leading up to the reveal of Halo. Like weird things, like multiple creative directors leaving 343. Rumors and rumblings that the studio was actually a mess behind the scenes. And the first time we saw Halo Infinite actually revealed was at that Xbox reveal a couple of weeks back. Now, I was taken by that reveal. I was like, this is really cool. I liked what I saw. I liked what I heard. I wasn't super crazy about the new pistol or whatever, but I liked what I saw. Holy crap, this is new Halo, the dynamic lighting, this open world environment. It looks really cool. Here's the reality, guys. The internet shit all over Halo Infinite. The internet shit all over that game, okay? Greg, that brute, that is that horrible picture of that brute that looks worse than like the past 6 Halo games, and I don't even know if there have been 6. That brute's name is Greg. He was memed to death. Memed to death. Phil Spencer, CEO of the Xbox brand, this dude comes out and in a legendary move says that Greg is the new mascot for Xbox. Took it on the chin, man. Really, really good-spirited way to handle that type of situation. But the problem remains, Halo Infinite was a mess. Now, as that hit the internet and people started just shitting all over Halo Infinite, I started to hear a lot more horrible things from behind the scenes. And there were a couple of channels like Rich from Review Tech USA, I think is the actual channel name. This dude basically came out and talked about some things he had heard from behind the scenes, some Reddit posts that were also corroborated by his private sources, people that he knows in the industry. And the story that was told was horrible. Horrible. 343 apparently just had, it was so fractured. They had so many different people working on projects. There's a lot of disorder, a lot of crunch. Now, crunch, if you're not a hardcore video game person, if you haven't been following the industry, crunch is a new super big thing that is being talked about and is a concern of a lot of people in the video game industry. What crunch basically means is that a lot of these studios put an inordinate amount of pressure on their development teams to hit a deadline, to work 12, 14, 16-hour days, to work an insane amount of time throughout the week on these particular projects in order to hit a deadline, which in all reality doesn't actually get that much more money for the workers, okay? So the actual developers and the development team are kind of being taken advantage of. And there are a lot of studios under heavy scrutiny for such crush, that crush idea. And from everything that I heard from behind the scenes of Halo Infinite, I thought to myself, there's no way this game is going to launch in any kind of a state that I would consider acceptable without crunch. In fact, just last week, news came out, sort of under the radar, but news came out that 343 had actually partnered with a separate studio. They brought on another studio to help the workload for Halo Infinite. And so, Halo Infinite is delayed, and that sucks. But given everything that I know about the state of 343 and where they want Halo Infinite to be, there was no way it was going to happen. Now, I got to be honest with you. Again, and this just keeps happening, it seems. But again, this problem I don't actually think was affected by COVID all that much. Was it affected by it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But these problems were happening before. They've had at least 5 years to be working on this game. You know, they're working in the Slipstream engine. They're doing all this cool stuff. They've had the time. And so in some ways, they've just got this out, dude. Like, the year of 2020 is this insane thing. You know, obviously, the world's changing, you know, health concerns, all sorts of stuff, economic turmoil, etc., etc. Here's the deal. Halo got lucky in a sense because they can now just say, oh, it was that 2020 thing, we're going to delay. We're not ready. And I think what they're really avoiding is the negative headlines of crunch. And here's why I think that. Xbox as a brand has shifted. And in this console war, in this generation, they look to be heavily focused on being consumer friendly. They want to be super consumer friendly. That's their whole thing. So it looks bad if a brand or a business is saying we're going to be consumer friendly. You don't even need to get the new Xbox. All of your games are going to work on the console you have now or on PC. Like, we're really trying to do that. We're really trying to do cross-platform. If you buy a game on any Xbox platform, it will work on all the Xbox platforms. You know, just crazy stuff. What they're doing with Game Pass and xCloud, they're super focused on consumerism. And so it would have looked really bad if they forced out Halo Infinite to sell consoles when their branding is now consumerism and they just did this crunch thing. That would have been an incredibly bad look. And so ultimately where I fall on this is I'm bummed because we won't be playing Halo Infinite this fall. But I'm happy because I think the final product and the future for Halo is going to be great. Now, here's some things that are not going to be great. Those Xbox X Series sales. Those Xbox X Series sales just took a huge hit, dude. A huge hit. And what's ironic is you don't even need the new Xbox to play the new Halo. But there's something about being an old school Xbox fan. Guys, Halo essentially made Xbox into what it is. And there's something about being a Halo fan where the idea of playing Halo Infinite this fall on the X series in 4K, 120 hertz, 120 frames a second, it gets me a little excited. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, it gets me a little excited. That would have worked. It would have moved consoles. And so the Xbox X Series sales are undoubtedly going to be hurt this fall because Halo got delayed. It's crazy. So that's just kind of my take on the Halo Infinite delay. And we're going to cut it there. That's for the YouTube video. We're going to try to make that into a YouTube video, guys. Now we can get the music going back on again. So I want to know, though, what did you guys think? Because I couldn't look at chat while I was doing that. I was just kind of like getting in my zone. You know what I mean? I want to know what you guys think. Let me look at the chat. Give me 1 second. Dude, I really don't know. Like, the compy's acting all weird. Yeah, let's see what people say. I'm interested. Drop in your thoughts, guys, of what you were thinking. Shit. And by the way, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Halo is the only game worth having on Xbox for a while. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I'm with you. I canceled my Game Pass for now until Halo comes back. Yeah. Now, I will say, Adam, that the Master Chief Collection is supposed to go cross-platform by the end of the year. And that would be awesome, yo. Like, if they actually pull that off, that'd be pretty fantastic. But still think Halo has been on the decline since 343 came in. Or came to be. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I'm a huge Halo fan, right? And I absolutely love, like, all the games. But, like, so we were playing last night, right? And we're switching up between games. And, like, I like Halo 4, and I like Halo Reach, but I'm old school, man. I'm old school. I don't want sprint. I don't want sprint. I want a simple, clean shooter that's incredibly skill-based. Like, the thing about Halo, the thing that I absolutely love about Halo is, like, unlike any shooter that I've ever played, in Halo, if you get surprised by someone and you are way more skilled than they are, you can turn around and at disadvantage, like, run circles around someone and make them look stupid and kill them. Like, there's no other game like that. Like, if you're in Call of Duty and someone, like, sneaks up on you and gets advantage, like, you're pretty much done. You know what I mean? Like, you're pretty much done. Most games are like that. Maybe Apex is a little bit not like that, but even then, I don't really see it. You know what I mean? I don't really see it. Halo's just one of those games where, hey, man, I've been playing since Halo Combat Evolved, and if you're a noob and you run up on me, you better nail those battle rifle shots, because you might get 2 in. If you even get 2 or 3 in, I might be able to turn around and change it. I might be able to turn it around and shut you down. You know what I mean? Like, that's that. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough, man. And you know what? Let's talk about before we get Trin in here. Let's talk about Cyberpunk. So Cyberpunk got delayed also. And I want to know what you guys think about this. Like, what do you think about Cyberpunk being delayed? Hit you on the back for the quick KO. Yo, I got Assassination last night playing where, like, my buddy and I were running into a room, right? And my buddy goes in first, and they go after my buddy to try to assassinate him. Like, dude was camping, and I snuck right up, and I was like, "Well, bam!" And I got him first. Ooh. Oh, and I got some clips last night, like some disgusting clips, dude. Like some no scopes that would make you pee your pants a little bit. Let's see here. I'm not a fan. Consider Xbox Avengers game exclusively doesn't have Spider-Man. So they got that going for him. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, that Avengers game doesn't exist. And I saw somebody yesterday putting it like, you gotta, don't be so mean to the Avengers game. Like somebody else commented or whatever. And I'm like, guys. Bro, Halo been getting shit for a while now, and I've heard nothing but negativity around it. Yeah, look, there's a lot. I mean, I think this is, like, again, I think it's the move. There was a lot of negativity behind the scenes, and it's like this. Like, if you're going to launch a subpar product that isn't ready, and you crunched your team, and the studio had a bunch of drama, it's just a bad look, dude. Like, there's no reason for that. Like, look, we're upset, but we're not that upset. You know what I mean? Like, people are still going to be excited for Halo Infinite. Like, fucking chill on that shit, you know? We all know Cyberpunk being delayed has nothing to do with graphics. It looks fire. Yeah, I agree. Josh, I wish you had told me it didn't exist before I pre-ordered it. My bad, Steve. My bad. And Josh was like, what Avengers game? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Talking about those mobile games? Those things are going to be lit. So, here's my take on Cyberpunk, though. I think the delay for Halo makes all the sense in the world. I think the delay for Cyberpunk is, like, kind of annoying at this point. How many delays has Cyberpunk had? And I think the truth is, like, look, CD Projekt Red's going to be fine. That game's going to move an amazing amount of units. And in some ways, I really admire CD Projekt Red's way of doing business. They're kind of against the grain when it comes to how these studios are acting and developing and putting stuff out there. The Witcher franchise, and The Witcher 3 in particular, it's like the game that never dies. When it came out on Switch, it was like the highest selling game on Switch. After the show came out, that game jumped back up on Steam. Like, The Witcher is just continuing to print money. So CD Projekt Red, very interesting company, against the grain, doesn't believe in crunch at all, doesn't believe in microtransactions, like believes in quality. In a lot of ways, CD Projekt Red is exactly what Microsoft wants to do with Xbox. They want you to think of Xbox as like good guy Xbox. They want you to think, oh shit, Xbox is the good guy. They care about gamers. They want that CD Projekt Red love, basically. But I gotta say that I think this delay in particular will cost them. It's gonna cost them some hype. It's gonna cost them some momentum. Man, we've been talking about, like, Cyberpunk was the game going into 2020. Everybody was so crazily anticipating Cyberpunk. And then it gets delayed. Then it gets delayed again. It's supposed to come out later this year. And then it gets delayed again into 2021. I can't help but think some of that hype is going to be gone. It's like the same way I feel about the MCU. It's like, of course you're good. You know what I mean? Of course the MCU is still going to be around. Of course. But you can't just take a year off. Like, it's absolutely going to hurt the hype. Will they recover? Will they be fine in the long run? Yeah, I think so. But that's just kind of my vibe, man. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't know about all that. It's not their fault? Yeah, I'm not saying it's their fault, no. Oh, with the MCU? Ooh, that one might be their fault. Look, it's not their... I don't know, man. I don't know, RG. Because here's the thing. They could have released Black Widow VOD, 100%. Like, they could have 100% released Black Widow VOD. And they still might. That's what's crazy. As we middle-aged men say, it is what it is. It is what it is, though. You ain't wrong there. You ain't wrong. Let's talk Realm of Champions. Let's do it. Talk a little Realm of Champions. What did you guys think? We went over that yesterday with Godfather and Ryan. What did you guys think of the Realm of Champions yesterday? Did you look up anything on it? Anybody check it out? Anybody excited? You saw Grace Randolph's comic video? Yeah, the video she did on the bloodbath over at DC. I saw it. Yeah. Everyone was yelling MCU fatigue. No, where is Marvel? The MCU will never please some people. Yeah, that's true. Kabam sucks, said world's famous. Uh-oh. I like Kabam. You know what I mean? Like, when I rolled up, like, to New York Comic Con last year, I walked over to the Kabam thing, and actually it was because of Godfather. It's so funny. Godfather had become an EP as I was traveling to New York. So, like, I was, like, doing something in Philly, and it, like, popped up or whatever. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, that's pretty crazy. And then we chatted on the phone briefly, and he said, look, I'm a big Contest of Champions players, and there should be something at New York Comic Con where you can go get this exclusive thing from me. You know, just being real, I think that's the only reason he initially signed up to be an EP. But then I convinced him that we have some value over here. So, dude basically said that I went over to that booth for that reason, mostly. I was just looking to help him out. But I was press, and I was like, hey, are the developers talking to press at all? Because I got the email about Realm of Champions, and I was like, this looks pretty hype. So I go over to the Kabam booth, and then I'm like, guys, look, hey, what do you guys want to do? They're like, who are you with? And I said, the Den of Nerds, and they said, holy shit, hold one moment. And they literally took me, like, in front of all these people behind this, like, this roped-off area, and I got to sit in this, like, couch with two of the higher-ups at Kabam and just pick their brain. And these people were amazing, dude. These people were amazing. Are you really telling me you're not going to play Avengers? I am 100% not going to play Avengers. I don't believe it. I do feel about the Spider-Man exclusive, because if they had Wolverine exclusive on the Xbox, I would be bummed. Yeah, look, and honestly, like, the thing is, I know many of you are very excited for the game. And this is another reason why it is very important to have other voices and other people involved in the Den of Nerds, because, yes, I am 100% that petty. I'm not buying that game, dude. 0% chance. 0% chance I'm buying that game. And a lot of Xbox people aren't buying that game either. And a lot of PC people aren't buying that game either. Because honestly, dude, I want Sony to feel a little sting. Because, like, I know it's like, it's all, Lavis knows. The more Lavis and I talk behind the scenes, he's probably like, God damn, he is Ellen. But no, I am that petty. 100%. But look, maybe we'll do a video. And you know what? It could be kind of fun, right? It could be kind of a fun video. It could be a fun video where maybe Lavis should do this video. You know what I mean? Maybe Lavis should do the review of the Avengers game and a gaming stream where he plays it. And we can even like meme it a little bit, like have fun with it. Where I'm like, maybe I'm like, oh, screw this game or whatever, and Lavis is like, all right, here we go. Like, I'll take it from here. Or like, I keep coming into Lavis's video and being like, you better not be talking about the Avengers game or some shit. You know what I mean? Just kind of having fun with it. Can't spell Josh without petty, 100%. CGM Show, thank you for the love, my friend. And can I just address, after this super chat, thank you. Appreciate the love. After this, I just want to address something that happened yesterday between two of my favorite nerd Avengers. Well, actually, I think one of them is a broke Vengers. Actually, they might both be broke Vengers. I don't know. Give me a goddamn second here. CGM Show says, kind of sad that the real reason we can't go to the theaters has little to do with safety and more to do with people not being trusted to follow the rules. I get you, man. I get you. You know what I mean? Like, I understand where you are at with that. The theater thing is so tricky, bro. It's so tricky. I still don't know what to believe about this whole situation. I really don't. Like, did you guys hear, and I don't want to freak anybody out and, like, get the stay on target emojis ready. But did you guys hear there's some new research suggesting that people that had that sickness that were asymptomatic have, like, serious heart problems? They've started to notice that some athletes that had that sickness that seemed to be totally fine, that it's all good. You know, this thing is being overblown. It doesn't even do anything. Did you know that some of these athletes are having severe cardiac issues? Possibly permanent? So, like, I keep going back and forth between, like, there's nothing out there. This is all crazy. I can't believe we're doing this, to this is way worse than we realize. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you're one of those people, and I'm really talking to Trinity here, right? If you're one of those people that think it's all BS, slow your roll, dog. Slow your roll. Chill. So, when it comes to that theater thing, I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know. Like, on the one hand, it's like, just figure it out. And from the theater's perspective, like, they have to be worried about, look, they got to be worried about liability. You know what I mean? They got to be worried about liability. It is very hard to, as a business, try to set something up in a way where you're protected. You know what I mean? Don't assume my stance again. Trinity, of course I'm going to assume your stance. That's the kind of relationship we have. I put you into a box, and everything that comes in to my brain, I filter through the box of what Trinity would think, and then I trigger myself. I get triggered by what I think Trinity thinks. And that's what we call healthy discourse. That's how we do it. What did you think was going on? What did you think was happening? All right, look. Seems mad healthy. For sure. All right, you know what? All this Trinity talk, let's see if we can get him on the phone. Let's see if we can get this man on the stream. You know what else I really haven't figured out? Guys, just, like, I want to do a split screen here, but, like, I can't do a split screen of, like...
Oh, wrong way.
Yo! What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good. Dude, I can't believe people are trying to put you in a box, you know? Like...
I know. What's up with that, man?
Shit.
God.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. I mean, obviously, like, people, man, you know? Just people out there.
Yeah.
But, Trin, let's talk about this comic situation, bro. And I'm going to try to get your video in here. But what the hell happened with DC, man? From your perspective, what the hell happened? People are freaking out.
You know, I mean, I think just from what I understand, it seems like a bulk of the layoffs are from that DC app universe, whatever that thing is.
Okay.
And then obviously, I mean, from what I'm hearing, from what you hear from all the people churching it up, trimming the fat, right?
Yeah.
which is something I get. You let go of some of the people at the top. However, when you think about letting go of some of those people at the top, you're talking about letting go of probably the people with the experience and the business and things like that. So it's kind of rough, but I mean, honestly, we can see everything's been changing in like the comics world anyway. So, I mean, was it? I can't say that it's unexpected,
Right.
With everything going on now. I mean, we can see that a lot of the companies, and something I even kind of been talking about, is scaling back what they're doing. I mean, just cutting it back to what's viable. If you have books that aren't viable, just do them digital only, and just have it planned for that.
Yeah.
So you can do it in that format. However, I think even these days, doing that kinds of stuff still costs money.
Yeah.
So-
You know what I think is crazy too is like you and I have been talking about the problems in the comic book industry for like the past 6 months. Like we've had a ton of different discussions about this, and I think the writing was on the wall big time. And I guess like what I'm really curious about is just being real, like the Comics Gate side of this, right? And a lot of those people taking victory laps, celebrating the collapse. Like, what do you make of that? Like, what do you make of that whole situation? Because I know we both of us have some friends in Comicsgate, right?
Absolutely.
But what do you make of that? Like, do you think? Yeah, I just want to know your thoughts, man. What do you think?
Well, I think here's the thing: is it's complicated altogether when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, do some like it seems like some of them are taking victory laps, doing the "I told you so's" and this and that, but I think some of it comes to a point where like they were just trying to say like, hey, man, this isn't the best industry and to be in because things are catty, and you can meanwhile in the same time see them being the same way, being catty.
Yeah.
So they're all playing like the same game here essentially, but and the thing is like I get some of these guys have legitimate gripes and things like that, and the thing is like they can all coexist in this way. They have for years, couple years now, and it seems like everybody's doing okay.
Yeah.
The industry does. Obviously, the comic industry needs to catch up, but and that's the ultimate thing for me. If you ask me, is like you can all do your own thing. Mainstream comics can do their thing. The comics gators can do their thing. There's people outside, just even outside of that, who are independent creators who are able to do all that same stuff as well. So, like everybody just has their needs to pick where they're at, and you don't have to fight over it. It's okay. It's stake your claim, and that's really about it. That's
Yeah.
I don't know why it's got to be so complicated.
Yeah, I think there was a divergence of what is actually true and what is sexy and gets people riled up, right?
Right.
So it's all
Absolutely.
like this whole thing online is like, let's trigger the SJWs and the anti-SJWs, and like that's kind of the people you see at the top of Comicsgate. They've essentially figured out that grift. And the thing that's really weird to me is they're not wrong, but they're disproportionately putting emphasis on factors that are actually not making the biggest impact on the industry because it gets them the biggest impact on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's clicks and views, right? You church it up, you serve it up to the people. You got to make it good. Like, you don't go to a nice restaurant and they just slap stuff on a plate and put it out there like you're at Golden Corral or something. You know what I mean? You got to church it up. You make it look nice. You put some nice little sauce on it and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's ultimately what they're doing now. Now the thing is, like, they're all playing games back and forth. All of these people. I mean, it's really weird to see, like, and some of it gets like. Some of this stuff to me gets really crazy. Just like some of the things that have gone on, even in all this stuff, because you can see even within like their own kind of thing, they've all kind of divided up a little bit as well. So I mean,
know it's so funny.
Everybody just needs to pick where they want to be at and get along.
You know what I think is a really funny divide is the fandom menace versus Comicsgate people. Have you seen this kind of divide? Where there's
No.
a lot of comic skaters that don't like the Fandom Menace at all. And they hate the fact that there's a crossover there. And they hate the fact that there's all these Fandom Menacers, like Anna's one of them, right? I think she was sort of the lightning rod for a lot of that internal conflict when she made that cover, which you so graciously critiqued on your stream earlier today. Oh man, if you
What?
haven't seen Trinity's critique, by the way, you should totally do. You should get a twirly mustache and do Trinity the art critic, and critique that cover. But anyway, yeah, I found that to be really funny. That just the fact that like there's those people like hate each other. Then there's like the war campaign people and the comic skaters, and then like even EVS had to sort of disavow war campaign. Which is essentially, it was just a matter of time before that probably had to happen. And yeah, so
Right.
there's just a lot of like kind of infighting and all that. Now, let me ask you this, bro. What about quality control? You've been reading a lot of comics, Trin, and you've been pointing a lot of things out that are pretty fucked up. When I watched Grace's video yesterday, I found it pretty interesting that she said the very politically correct version of something that a lot of comic gators have been yelling about, and that is that there are a lot of underqualified people working in comics right now, particularly in editorial. What do you think, man? Has the quality dipped off, and has it dipped off in a way that you think really affected the industry?
You know, I just from some of the things I see and some of the books I read, I think there definitely is, and really what we're talking about here is we're looking at the big two. You know, we're looking at the big two for the most part, because these are the ones that people are more passionate about and everything. Anyway, they're the bigger ones, the giants, if you will. They definitely have some oversight issues there, definitely, because like I know I can't even remember what book I was reading the other day, and I turned the page and something happened. I'm like, what just happened? And I went back and I read, and then I turned the page again. And I went and read it again. I'm like, I did it like 3 times. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. And I'm sitting here like something happened here. And then sometimes you get into some of these books, and yeah, the art in them, some of the layouts, and just, I mean, I'm not like, like a professional like art person or anything like that, but some of them I'm just like, I think they could church it up a little bit here, do this a little bit better, do that do that a little bit better, take some of this stuff out here.
Yeah.
Because even just like a book that I read the other day on one of my favorite indie publishers, this issue number 8 of Sarah and the Royal Stars came out, and I read it. I'm like, dude, what is this book? Like, what happened here?
Yeah.
And then they just came back with issue number 9. I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, what happened in that one issue? Something, I don't know. It seemed like a real disconnect. So, and it's not anything I expect out of them. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, I think in a lot of these companies, there definitely is some oversight issues.
Yeah, I think there's a ton of unqualified people, and the thing that sucks is like moving forward, the industry, like it was almost like in the 90s and early 2000s, the industry got so big, and basically they thought that like they could hire all these people, that the industry was always going to be that big, that much revenue was always going to be coming in, and they hired all these people, and then the industry just kept shrinking and shrinking and having all sorts of problems. And they never turned to people and said, hey, we probably got to not have you on payroll anymore, or we probably got to lean this down. We probably can't have this many assistant editors. We probably can't even have this many books anymore. It's like they never wanted to take a hard look at what was going on, and they just thought they were existing in the industry still of like the 90s and the early 2000s. Like comics are like, they just, in their current iteration, they can't compete with other media, and it sucks because I absolutely love comics, and I think there's just incredible stories being told there. And one of the concerns, Trin, and this is something that Grace brought up in her video that I didn't even consider until she said it, but one of the things that the corporate masters might want is currently, if you use something that comes from a comic book in a movie, there's a lot of legalese, and sometimes you got to pay out royalties to those creators.
Right.
And so if you're Hollywood and you're already paying writers, script doctors, directors, all of these different people, why are you also paying the people that wrote that? And this could be a situation in which the corporate overlords are going to cut out comic book creativity from the pipeline 100% and just hang their hats on the IP. Because they don't really need comics anymore if they just want to do whatever they want to do with these characters and get away from the actual creativity in comics. And what this could create is a scenario in which, why would you make comics at all? Especially if you're a high-profile creator, why would you be making comics? If nobody's going to adapt your stuff, if the IP that's big for these big companies is not going to even be concerned with source material anymore, and they're just going to do their own things, it could really hurt comics. What do you think about that? Is that a concern at all for you?
Well, absolutely. And the thing is like you're saying, the IPs, they're going to hold on to those, and they could always license those things out. And that's, kind of something I was thinking about before anyway, when it comes to some of these books anyway, even whether it's even with a Marvel and a DC, is make have the creators of books that aren't going to be selling as well, that you don't know. Like, you can sell Captain America no matter what if you have a good writer on it, Yeah. So they'd probably always print something like that, and why not? But they could also license it out as well. But even if they brought in creators and had them do, a 5-issue miniseries, 6-issue miniseries, and do things like that, and basically you're kind of going to have to go out there yourself and push this book, and it'll be like a crowdfunding thing. We're going to allow you to use this IP and those things like that for your for your book and all those things. Like, basically kind of licensing out their thing while still doing it within their terms.
Right.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, the industry, everything's changing. Everything's changing right now, and the Marvels and the DCs are going to have to adapt to those kinds of things, because other like the smaller publishers, they will adapt to that kind of stuff anyway, because they're kind of they know what numbers they can expect from stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of these creators that do things, they can find their way into doing like crowdfunding and things like that, because we can see that crowdfunding, there are a lot of people out there who do crowdfunding projects and do really, really good at them. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just kind of the future. I mean, really, I've just print and all that stuff, it's going to go away at some point.
Yeah. No, I know. It's crazy. And again, I think one of the other things is that these are changes that were already on the way. And unfortunately, 2020 has accelerated those changes. I mean, these companies got to make money, dude. Like, they got to make money. If they're publicly traded, they're technically legally, they have to make money. Like, they have to. And right. So this horrible calling that happened at DC yesterday, it was pretty expected. I mean, the DC Universe thing, first of all, by the way, I didn't realize how horrible the numbers were on HBO Max, and I didn't even put that in my video yesterday, but, like, dude, these HBO Max numbers are horrible. They're fucking horrible, dude. Like, 5 million members? 5 million?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
52 million on Disney Plus. 52 million. You've got 10% of what they've got.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Dude, that's horrible. So look, you Snyder bros, you Snyder Cut bros, y'all motherfuckers didn't show up, dude. You did not show up. Like, that's just it. You didn't show up. You fucking let them down. You let them down. And hopefully that'll turn around when this actual Snyder Cut comes out. But, like, yo, whew, that is horrible, man. So, I don't know, man.
I think similar things go down in the comic industry as well. People go out there and, get everyone riled up, and then people don't show up to the rally. It's
a tough one. It's tough. A lot of people make a lot of noise, and it's very easy to click a couple buttons and type on a keyboard.
Right.
It's harder to actually put your money where your mouth is, or to actually show up, right? So yeah, it's crazy. I didn't realize they were in that much of dire straits. That's embarrassing. In a time when the entire world is shifting to digital, the fact that they couldn't convert people to that service is horrible. So
Yeah.
look, I mean, I think they'll be fine in the long term, but that's terrible, and they need to figure that out. Comics themselves, like we've spoken at great length at all the problems that comics have. Currently, what's going to happen is they're just going to have to completely downsize. You know what I'm interested in, Trin, and this will sort of be the last question I want to get your take on this. I think it is possible that a lot of the mainstream people in comics are going completely away, meaning they won't be making comics anymore because why would they? And
Right.
I understand from their perspective why that is. But I also think that it's actually kind of healthy if we get all those motherfuckers out. All of those people that have grown accustomed to the money, fame, and lifestyle that comes with being a comic book creator, they all need to go, in my opinion. Because what we need is we need a new crop of young, hungry creatives that are going to fucking put the work in and make some glorious shit and also get paid about a third of what the other people are going to get paid. But to them, it's still going to be incredible. And riding that wave of creative, you could actually see a sort of renaissance of great comic book stories. But I just don't think it's going to happen from like Bendis and Hickman anymore. Like Marvel paid Hickman an inordinate amount of money to come back and do the X-Men stuff. Moving forward, I don't think that happens again. And, you know, Hickman, go take your money and put it into futures, you know, trade futures on the stock market. You're good. But what do you think of that? Am I totally horribly wrong or what?
No, absolutely not. They do need to bring in fresh talent into all of these things. And you're right. I mean, you know, kind of refresh things because like all these people you're talking about, if they care that much, they can do the same thing that a lot of these other people do. Go out and do some crowdfunded comics. Do something you really want to do, something you're passionate about.
Yep.
And who's to say that you couldn't, since you got connections, that you couldn't license out some of these products from some of these people, these IPs, and do your own crowdfunding projects? I mean, why couldn't you do that? Bringing the fresh talent into these other places, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of good creators out there in the comics right now as well. But yeah, I mean, it definitely needs to. It all does need to change, and with some of those things, I agree, and it's all salvageable. That's the thing, is it's all salvageable. And I think the funny thing is we're sitting here, everybody's making a big deal, such a big deal about DC right now, just because of these layoffs and everything, and you know nobody's like. It seems like Marvel's really flown under the radar here.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige took all that stuff over. Things have been slowly changing anyway. COVID's kind of, like you're saying, sped some of that up. Nobody's really talking about Marvel, but they've been making changes in the first place. They've been making changes behind the scenes, and we know how Kevin Feige works. Is he does things like sometimes they'll be loud and resounding, and also he does things quiet too behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So. It's weird that nobody's making a big deal about stuff that's been going on there as much.
Well, I think Marvel has a bad headline like this coming out soon as well. I think particularly when it comes to Marvel Comics, there will be a massive culling. But it's appropriate. Like it's just appropriate. Like the means do no longer justify the ends. You know what I mean? Like so I think that headline is probably right around the corner, dude.
Yeah, because they've canceled a lot of series as of late and different titles and things like that. So
where's the New Warriors?
I mean, it's the thing.
Where's Safe Space?
Where's
Safe Space? Where's Snowflake?
All that pre-COVID stuff, it's not coming out.
Nah, bro, that shit ain't happening. Yeah, and by the way, also, whatever this event is, Empire, horrible event. Whack as fuck. What are you doing, Marvel? And so like there's just a lot of restructuring and craziness that needs to happen over there. But but anyways, brother, I'm gonna let you go. Anything you want to plug? Anything crazy you got going on the channel this week? I know you're gonna be on Debate 8 tonight.
Yeah, gonna be on Debate 8 over on Fanjextra channel. Make sure you go check that out. Me and LB gonna duke it out to some alternate comic book movies. I've got a video getting ready to premiere here soon after this stream. Probably about 8:30. It's just my comic book pull list.
Nice.
But go check it out.
Go check it out.
And also working on some other videos. Gonna be talking about like House of X, Powers of X, going back and kind of breaking some of these things down. Going to be working on this probably over the weekend, get a couple of these things done, and then we're going to do some live streams tying into those things.
Nice.
And going to be switching up my streaming schedule a little bit as well. So stay tuned for some updates on there.
The kids are, right? They're streaming it in the mornings now?
Yeah.
Doing school and all that? Yeah. Fucking 2020, man. Crazy stuff. Well, all right, brother. Well, thanks for coming in here, and we'll send everybody over to the premiere, and I look forward to seeing you on Debate 8. I keep trying to get a hold of LB. I keep inviting LB over. He's so mad at me. He won't even talk to me, Trey.
I do know one thing is like he's in his own business. What he does is he's very busy in the mornings, but also I know he's a late night person as well. So
maybe we'll have to get him on like a late night thing, huh?
Yeah, scheduling can be a big hurdle for a lot of us too.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get you. All right, brother. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you later, and we'll see you on After Dark later as well. All right.
All right.
Later. Take care, man. Woo! Always good to chat with Trin. Always good to chat with Trin. By the way, you guys notice this pesky fly in the studio? This thing is driving me absolutely insane. Look at him. There he goes. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Hey, Mr. Fly. Hey, you wanted to say hi to everybody? Yeah, hey. Whoa, hey, cool. Driving me insane, guys. Out of here. Anyways, let's do some Q&A. Let's end today's stream off with Q&A. And by the way, I think the numbers are a little low today because the thumbnail is awful, and I didn't share this on Twitter because I was really behind this morning. So people might not have got the notification. People might not have got the notification. Look at, yeah, this fly, I said the fly, I noticed the fly. And then the fly, comes in and he's, dancing for you guys. It's ridiculous. Can't believe Trinity said COVID is a hoax. I know. I can't believe it either. But some people, you just gotta love. You just gotta love them. YouTube was also ghosting your vid. Didn't show up in my sub feed until 40 minutes into the show. I don't think they like your title. Dude, YouTube really doesn't like... Man, I almost don't want to say this, but I think that Gina video put us in YouTube jail. Every video after the Gina video is getting squashed. Now, just being real, I'm not sweating it. I'm really not. First of all, they're really, the news is so whatever. I never said that, you son of a... the news is so whatever that I'm not even really that concerned. We're building stuff right now that's just so cool. Guys, wait till you see some of the things that we have going on for the Nerdvengers and the Nerdvenger Tower. Construction is ongoing, and it's hype as hell. And so I'm really not concerned about the Gina thing because I'm fuck it. We'll get out of jail by the time actual news gets kicking back up. Plus, just being honest with you guys, I love streaming so much, and I love hanging out with you guys so much that, I don't want to rely on YouTube pushing videos out anymore. I'd rather literally directly serve you guys. And yeah, exactly. Mike says the membership has privileges. Dude, I don't know if you guys realize, what you got by being members here, you're not just supporting the channel, but you're making it so we're not as concerned about, if YouTube's being whack, it doesn't affect us as much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to worry about that shit as much because I know you guys got our back. You know? So, like, look, we're gonna continue to make good content, and we're working on making the content better, and just that's the game. By the way, Jareth, didn't you sign up? If you refresh, Jareth, I think your badge will show up. Because I don't see your badge right now, but I think you signed up earlier, didn't you? But that's kind of where we're at, dude. Like, and these streams, too, like, we're working on getting the streams to be so much more engaging and fun and, like, just exciting and taking the Nerdventure Tower thing to the next level, you know? So, I'm a Nerdventure to support Josh's MTG habit. Yeah. Yo, you guys want to see some of the crazy cards in that? You guys want to see some crazy Magic stuff? Owen says, any Star Wars Rebels news? Unfortunately not, my friend. Your thoughts on Boss Logic's shot at Wolverine? I thought it was pretty dope, but it also looks just like Hugh Jackman. Chokeslam that like as if you're Ezra Miller. Indeed, sir. Indeed. When are we playing again? I wanted to maybe get on yesterday, Danny, but, like, I just have a lot going on. And, like, even today, right? We got Showdown later. That's going to take me a couple hours to set up and get ready for. And I want to knock out a vid. And there's just a lot of work. There's just a lot going on right now. So, like, I probably can't get on this. Probably can't do a gaming stream this week. But eventually, we're going to be doing gaming streams all the time. All the time. Does YouTube really not like this title? What is even the title of this? Oh, and you know what else? Hollywood is ruining comic books. DC Crisis Explained. Yeah, they probably don't like that. Fuck them. But yeah. Wait, we don't have the chat on here? Chat. The chat up on there. I'll be right back. I want to show you guys my cool new toys. I'll be right back. So this is a box of double masters. New masters set. Super cool, but very expensive set of cards. And I'll show you just some of the like dopest dope that I got. Because it's like some straight fire. So, I got this card, Mana Reflections. Incredible card. Doubles your land. It says if you tap a permanent for mana, it produces twice as much mana. Crazy. Reese the Redeemed, if you guys know about Reese. Blood Moon. Cool. Oh! Karn the Liberated. Crazy good card. I pulled one of these back in the day, man. When I was like 18 in the original set, I pulled one of these babies out of a pack from Walmart. Man, I wish I would have held on to that. A Mox Opal. Incredible card. By the way, like, this is like a $50 card. You know what I mean? Mana Reflections is like a $40 card. This is like a $40 card. Sword of Light and Shadow. It's like a $50 card. Sword of Body and Mind. I think it's like a $30 card or something like that. Karthus. Tyrant of Jund. An amazing dragon. Yeah, man. Can't wait. Honestly, like, the pools were really good. It was super fun, but I haven't even had time to make to put them into the decks at all. I haven't even had time to play with the new toys, you know what I mean? Just got to look at them, that's all. Good thing Jason isn't here this morning. I know, right? An enchanted bunny card? That'd be kind of hot. I think Maggie May in Discord, if anyone's interested, bother to do a YouTube search. Who's Maggie May? She's crapping on Zack Snyder stuff? Is that what you're saying? We made fun of our friend once for buying Karn. We only play with what we pull from boosters. Oh, okay, right on. Does anyone play physical cards anymore? Yeah, for sure. So, the format of Commander is, like, pretty much only played in paper. I mean, I think you can play it on Magic Online. But, yeah, as far as it comes to paper, dude, I play a ton of paper, but it's Commander. So I play a bunch of Commander. Just crapping, breaking it down to a science. Oh, not just crapping, breaking it down to a science. Right on. I'm into that. Go check it out. It's so funny to me how, like, some of the most popular channels are, like Cinema Sins and shit like that, where it's basically just, like, let's shit on this thing, or let's tell you why this thing isn't that good. It's crazy, but it does work. You know what I mean?
Throw your cranes out.
What does Chet look like? Imagine the most hideous human being that you possibly can. And then imagine if somebody took that face into Photoshop and did the smudge tool and, like, just went crazy. Just went crazy on him. In fact, here, I'll show you. Because I can't... Where's this at in here? Is this not in here anymore? Widgets. Frame. Oh my god. We gotta clean this up. I was gonna draw Chet, but I decided not to. Holy shit. We've already gone for a long time here. I'm only gonna go like 5 or 10 more minutes, guys. I want to do a draft, says Osaka. Yeah, they have draft on Magic Arena. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I like doing draft as well. Drafts are fun. Boss Logic, Shia LaBeouf, Wolverine. Your take. I thought it looked cool, but it also just looks like Hugh Jackman. I think Shia could be Wolverine, but I don't want Shia as Wolverine. When are you going to tell Grace how you feel? You know, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, Jacobs. I don't think the play is to let her just know how I feel. I don't think that's the play. We're playing the long game here. So... I have some ideas. I have some ideas on how to grow the meme. Josh, yeah. Wait, what? The fuck did you just say, Adam? I don't even understand what you said. Can't wait to see what they do with Fitz. A big ping? What the fuck? Adam's having a stroke, everybody. Yeah, I got some plans. But just so you guys know, like, I am unironically attracted to Grace. Unironically. I also think she's really good at what she does. But I'm also not thirsty. You know what I mean? I'm good. Kane Scarlet Spider, rated R movie. Gavin, you're talking my language, baby. You're talking my language. He's bragging about his ping earlier. Oh, the ping. Oh. It's the smudge tool. Yeah. Yeah. Josh is in a desert and sees a mirage of grace. Maybe I would. The I and the un cancel out. You ironically attract. Wait, what? Holy shit. I don't even know what you're saying there, Mav, but I don't know if I like it. Ooh, Tom Holland would. Yeah. Or somebody that looks like Tom Holland, but is like bigger. Because one of the things that was cool about Kane was he got kind of thick, dude. He got kind of thick when he went to Houston. And even out of Spider Island, he got kind of thick. You know what I mean? Petition for Josh to rewatch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. again? I'll tell you what, I'd rewatch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before I'd buy that new Avengers game. Hundo Pacento on that. I seen a pic of Grace with her hair down, and she looked... Ow. Yeah. No, I think she's a good-looking lady, man, for sure. If Grace or... Okay. If Grace or your MTG collection were both about to be destroyed and you had a chance to save one, what would you choose? It's the MTG collection. But don't you dare tell that to Grace. You're gonna fucking blow up my spot before I've even made my move at him? How dare you? How dare you? I have 6 separate top-tier MTG Commander decks. 6. No self-respecting Magic player would choose any human life, including their own progeny, over 6 top-tier MTG Commander decks. So, thanks. Oh, I'll go full Anakin. The younglings can get it. Padme can get it. Everybody's going to get it. Plenty of fish in the sea. 100%. Is that your flex, Josh? Hundo. Yeah. What's the meme? Weird flex, but okay. Is that what it is? I love this like jazz thing kind of going on. You know? Got a little jazz thing going on here today. You know, I honestly feel like sometimes like maybe YouTube is suppressing this stream, but maybe we can. It feels like we can be a little bit more rambunctious. I feel like maybe we can be a little crazier. You know, it's just us today. It's just us guys, you know? Yo. Adam G says, your decks, but Grace is holding a Black Lotus, then it's Grace all day. In fact, I'm imagining a pinup image. Pause. Prepare for the cancellation. Here we go. I'm imagining a pinup of Grace holding a Black Lotus. Pinup image of the decks, I'd prefer that. When this is all over, I'm going to cosplay as Snowflake in Safe Space. Yo, Jacob's Quest, just being real, I think that would be an incredible cosplay. And people would geek out for that. You know how many people would want to take pictures with Safe Space and Snowflake? Because of the memes, because of all the shit they took, and because it's never actually coming out. Yo, that is a brilliant idea. I've watched you get 200% crazier since I started watching The Den, and I gotta say, obviously I'm here for it. Well, you know, that is kind of, it is interesting that you say that, because I think that the difference between streaming and doing a video. So in a video, it's like I'm trying to convey information. I'm trying to be succinct. I'm trying to be clear. I'm trying to hit certain marks. Whereas on a stream, I'm just trying to be me, and I'm just trying to be entertaining. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to be entertaining. Dude, Adam, brilliant. Sounds like Josh and Trinity can do that as a couple's costume for Halloween. That would be perfect, dude. That would be absolutely perfect. Plus, Kane is brutal and has a way cooler suit than Spider-Man. 100%, Gavin. 100%. Gavin, have you been reading my diary? Thoughts on the Xbox Series S controller leaks? I don't really know too much about it. But, man. All right, Brian. Appreciate you, brother. Take care. I haven't really seen the controller leaks, Bryson. Should I look them up real quick? Should I look up the controller leaks? The Xbox Series S outed next-gen controller leak. Oh, it looks good. D-pad is a lot more like the Elite. You got that middle, what's that middle button? I don't know. Yeah, it looks legit. Is there controversy or something? I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, guys, 5 or 10 more minutes. It's just so fun hanging out, but I gotta go do work. Should they just delay the Xbox launch? No, I don't think so. I think the Xbox launch, it's weird because I think Xbox is already, like, they've already sort of decided that they don't necessarily care if they move a ton of consoles. And I think they are going to, I don't know if they're as concerned with, like, crushing in console sales. I think what Xbox is really trying to do is get subscription. They want to get subscriptions for Game Pass, and they really want to tap into the PC market with that. They want to tap into subscriptions for xCloud, and I think they want to tap into more or less just general gamers with that. So I don't know if they're as concerned with console sales, but I would absolutely not delay the Xbox. Because there will still be people that buy it. Because, like, for instance, like, if you play, like, Elder Scrolls Online, which is a game that I play, they have, like, ray tracing and dynamic lighting changes that will make it look way better on X Series. So I still think they'll move consoles. I am all things, like how the reason Spider-Man is only on PlayStation. Blah. Grace and Josh sitting in a tree. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Josh has a diary? Today I simped for Grace. I got an MTG Hundo card, constructed more on the Nerdventure Tower, and a hate tweet from Umberto, all before 9 a.m. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's how I schedule my days, usually. Show us a pic of Grace? Grace is the lady that runs Beyond the Trailer. Y'all must know Grace. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all must know Grace. Come on now. Do I need to, like, find, like, the right pick, like a good pick? Like, what should I be doing here? What kind of pick should I be? You know what? There's, like, some really, really old... Do you know Grace used to, like, actually smoke cigarettes on old streams? It's so crazy. So old school. Here, I'll do this one. I think this is a good picture, but it's also, like, filters and makeup out the wazoo. But I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just is what it is. Yeah, you guys should know her. Bam! There's a picture of Grace. That's her. The lady that runs Beyond the Trailer. You know, she does the movie math and all that kind of stuff. Yo, my eyes have been so irritated for the past couple of days. Like, I feel like I have something stuck in my left eye, dude. So... Did that... Are we back? The fuck? What just happened? YouTube no likey. YouTube no likey, den of nerds. Man, that was whack. Yeah, like, tried to shut us down there for a second. Skynet, for sure. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Yeah, maybe I should have just ended it there. Would have been a good ending. Yo, this music's kind of dope. Not gonna lie. Ah, shit. All right, guys. Super, like, lazy, super chill stream today. Happy to have you all here, of course. Lots of awesome things on the way. Showdown tonight. Knock out a video later today. Just knocking out that work. You know what I mean? Knocking out that work. Any last minute questions? Any crazy, crazy things anybody wants to throw at me? Honestly, I'm unironically attracted to Elizabeth Shue as Madeline Sitwell. I hit that cougar era of life. Yeah, dude, you ain't wrong, man. Hey, look, there's all kinds of flavors. It keeps circling your nose? The fuck? Simplify. Yo, Crest. Well done. Well done. Very good. Love the chill sesh. Man, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Hope everybody... Okay, let me say one other thing, too, because I didn't see Justin Simone in here. But, so yesterday, there's a little bit of a scuffle, a little bit of a thing between Justin and Jacob's Quest. And believe it or not, I actually thought about it a good bit. I thought about it a good bit because one of the more challenging things that we're trying to do with the brand is create an environment where, you know, people with different beliefs and people that feel differently about certain big issues can come together and just talk about nerdy stuff and just chill, right? And I thought about it because, like, I genuinely like both of those dudes, you know? And just being real, and I hope that neither one of them gets offended by this, but they both sort of are. The reason I think I thought about it so much is because they're actually both, in a lot of ways, the stereotypical person from, like, a particular side of thought, you know? Like, I could probably assume the things that Justin's into, and holy shit, let's not do that because we'll trigger Trinity, right? But I could probably assume the things that Justin's into, the types of content creators he watches, and where he stands, you know? And then conversely with Jacob's Quest, just from the experiences that I've had with Jacob's Quest and some of the things that he says in chat and stuff like that, I can assume kind of where he comes from and where he falls on issues. And like the honest to God truth is that I think if I were in a room with those two dudes, then like I could like mediate it and be like, let's just nerd out about some cool shit, you know? But it's also really challenging because I know like once these things happen and once these things come up, it does trigger us. Yeah, exactly. Jacob's Quest is J.J. Abrams, 100%. By the way, you Google yourself and you look at yourself on Twitter way too much, Abrams. JJ, why are you doing that to yourself, bro? It's not cool. So, I don't know what the answer is, but I legitimately really do love all of you. And I don't ever want the differences between us to be what's on Front Street. You know what I mean? So I think we could, in situations like that, perhaps do better or whatever, or just try to get it. And ultimately, I would hope that people would have enough respect for this community and for me and for the producers, for Bashti and Osaka, for everybody at the team to not get super flagrant with that. It's all about respect. You know what I mean? And we understand that you can get triggered and that you can really want to say your side of this. But we just hope that you respect the community enough to not make that the thing. And like, if you can't let it go, we're going to just have to separate you. You know what I mean? So that's all. That's all. It's your daily dose of Zen. Well, I have a PlayStation, so we can never be friends. Hey, look, I don't mind PlayStation people. Next time, use your dad voice. Yeah, that might work, Renee. That might work. All right, guys, later tonight, the showdown. The showdown goes down. Ooh, I like that. Tomorrow, after dark, we're going to take you for a ride. They've been working really, really hard. They're working hard. Friday night, watch party. Saturday, Nerdvenger stream. Sunday, Nerdvenger Prime and Business stream. Appreciate you guys. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and absolutely awesome and a nerdy ass day. And we'll see you in the next video.